In the previous video, we have understood only the first four sutras in the first chapter explains the entire journey of yoga. That yoga is the highest state of meditation and that reveals the knowledge of the reality which is known as my true nature. That is the yogic state. We can live into that yogic state 24 by 7. What is the popular notion of yoga? Physical practices, breathing, mantra, yantra, mudras. We do 15 postures, beginners, 30 postures, higher, another 30 postures, advanced. Yoga. How it can be advanced yoga? We should not undermine or neglect the physical practices. We are understanding what is the real notion of yoga. Take one example. Great scientists and researchers, including masters, say that Patanjali is the father of Eastern psychology and beyond. Do we say Patanjali is a father of physical exercise system? We don't say that. No doubt, we have to go back to the Ashtanga Yoga. But the first four sutra and the first chapter is for those people who are the highest level of seekers, known as sadhaka, who can directly move into a higher meditative state. But that also gives a clarity about what is the real notion of yoga. Take another example. What is the goal of physical exercise system? Stretching, flexibility, taking all the systems and the organs in a healthier shape. But why? To live a healthy life. That is secondary goal. But in yoga, we want to keep the body in the healthier state to discover the higher and the higher consciousness. No doubt, medical science, modern science, is remarkable in understanding the body, anatomy, and physiology of the exercises. Stretching, flexibility, isotonic, isometric, calisthenics. Are our masters not intelligent enough to talk about these topics? Yes, they were. But why they did not talk and explain about these muscular and the skeletal system and the effect on a cardiovascular system uh, by doing physical exercises? Because the goal of yoga is different. What is the goal of yoga? Awakening, realization, transformation, total transformation of the mind, end of suffering, awakening to true nature. So, in the world of the knowledge of the science, we as a yoga seeker, we should know how to complement the knowledge of the science to the knowledge of yoga explained by Patanjali. Not claiming that the science knows much more than those masters. Goal is different. We need to follow the principles of Eastern wisdom or yoga as explained by Patanjali in any practice. At the same time, we are following those principles. Let the science do their research and find out whatever they want to find out. Yoga is interested in the body, breath, mind, and intellect, and ego, and the thought pattern as much as to detach from all of them. That principle is absent in science. We can have a secondary benefit as explained by the science. Our master says, Drashta drashte sanyogo heya hetu. What is the cause of the suffering? The identification of the seer with the seen. What is seer? My true nature. What is seen? Body, breath, mind, intellect, ego, thought pattern, feeling, experiences, anxiety, reaction, duality, conflict. All these are in the matter of seen. So, goal of yoga is to detach so that I know what is my true nature. We need to drop this identification with all of them to discover our true nature. And masters are very clear. Janati ichhati karoti. Knowledge is supreme. First, we must know. We should have a right knowledge. Whether that knowledge is coming from the science, let it complement in helping me to progress into the higher stages of yoga. There is no contradiction. Janati, ichhati, desire, right desire, is awakening to my true nature is the goal of yoga. And karoti, followed by an action, the practices. Be in peace and keep smiling.